Hello everybody, welcome to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway here for the Independence 100. This is one of two special events we do here in the DRL. This will be a 40-lap race around the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. 20 drivers here today competing in our third race in the past 2 days. The Freedom 50 took place yesterday. DRL Summer Series race, race that took place here. Also, today, just earlier today, some of the drivers are doing double duty, and now we have the Independence 100 to round off our, triple header. It's also been a really busy weekend for the DRL/NRLA community. I think we've had over 5 races in the past, and in this week's span. So, really, I'm just glad this actually is happening. I don't know, it kind of just came to me as an idea. You guys supported it, so thank you. I'm Andrew. I'm joined alongside by Logan, and I am ready to get this rolling. How about you, Logan?
Well, I sure am ready to get this Independence 100 started. It should be a fun time here around this Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the Brickyard. As Andrew said, we ran the Summer Series race earlier today. Titan Nicholas won. He will not be in this event, so we will have two different winners here on one track today in DRL on our side of things. So Andrew already covered most of the basic facts. 40 laps for these guys. It should be 1 or 2 pit stops during this 40-lap event, and I'm sure there will be cautions. There are only 20 drivers, so crashing is going to be less of a probability, but it does not completely, it does not completely eliminate the chance of that happening. So, with that being said, I think we're about ready to get things rolling here around Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Starting on the pole is the number 5 of Christian Russell as the IndyCars start to go. And starting alongside him, 28 of Sam Oskin. Trey Smith starts third in the number 33 machine, and alongside him, the 22, the neon yellow Chevrolet of Stephen Collin. Then the 46 of Noah Clifton will start roll off from the 5th spot alongside Brandon Nelson in the 42. In the 7th spot is the 99 of Ryan Durrani, and Alex Mullen, making his DRL debut in the 32, rolls off 8th. In the number 2, Will Parrish will start alongside the 64 of Brendan Hancock. Starting in 9th on the 5th row, you've got the number 44 of Roberto Crown Jr. and he'll go off alongside the 24 of Braden Perez. In 13th starting spot is the 74 of Colin Cropley. He starts alongside Jeff Leifler, making his DRL debut in the number 7. In the 15th spot is Ian Hall in 13. He starts alongside the 10 of Caleb Rose. Filling out the 17th starting position on the second to last row is Håkan Rigerson, the second Swedish driver in this race, in the 51. And Reggie Fogelman completes row number 9 in the number 12 machine. And on the final row, the 45 of Owen Miles, and last place starter here at Indianapolis for today's Independence 100 is Daniel Voiles in the 70, as we roll off a turn number 4 here at Indianapolis, ready to go. The pace car will pull down pit road here, and Christian Russell has the field in his hands.
Ready to get this race started, Christian Russell and Sam Oskin. Green flag in the air. We are racing in the Independence 100.
Off of turn number 4 for the first time of 40, it's a drag race between the pole sitter Christian Russell and third place starter Trey Smith in the 33. Russell leads lap number 1 here. Here comes Trey Smith. And he's going to get immediately pushed up the track by the 46 of Noah Clifton, and it's going to be like this for much of the day here at Indianapolis. Guys constantly cycling for the lead. Right now, Noah Clifton, Salmon Oskin, and the 22 Stephen Collin lined up on that inside lane as the 46 takes the lead into turn number 3.
Looking to the inside now, it's going to be the 28 of Samad Oskin. He's not going to make the work. He's not going to make it work off the 4, but he will make it work on the front stretch. Almost looking he's getting a bit of help from the 22 of Stephen Collin, but he looks like he's too far back. He's going to try and slide up and block third place. But now we have the 28 who's going to complete the pass in the dog leg.
And Samad Oskin to the lead in the 28 car. Stephen Collin goes right to second, as on the apron we've got Jeff Leifler and Colin Cropley there. And I think I saw a guy in the wall. It was either Rose or Nelson up there. There's a little bit of a split in the field, starting at Russell. 3 wide off of turn number 3. They're going to figure it out. You do not want to go 3 wide here at Indy, but they slide up again. Braden Perez pushing Trey Smith up the track. Luckily, they still have figured it out. Oskin continues to lead the way as Alex Mullen looks for second on Stephen Collin. But it looks like that attempt's going to prove unsuccessful. Collin retains second spot. Here comes Mullen making another go at it. This time he's got the 64, Brendan Hancock with him. And to the inside, off of turn number 2, Mullen takes the spot away as he tries to catch up to the 28 of Oskin, an early leader here in the Independence 100.
Oskin so far doing a phenomenal job. I think he's led most of the race so far. Only like 4 laps in though, so not too much to talk of. So, as mentioned earlier, some of these drivers did race earlier today in the DRL Summer Series, so they have experience on the track, but this car is one that is not commonly used throughout the DRL or NRLA, so the drivers have to navigate the course as well as these new cars, going much faster than the Cup Series cars, and also being a lot more aggressive than I think they were in the Cup Series.
Yeah, you can certainly say that. This is an event for all the bragging rights. 3 wide in turn 3. Here comes Will Parrish in the number 2. They're going to make contact off of turn number 3. Brendan Hancock into the wall hard. He flips and spins like a top in the air, and that's going to collect 5 or 6 cars. Brendan Hancock had a huge hit there. Will Parrish, Alex Mullen, they're definitely going to be done. Salmon Oskin wins the race back to the line. It looks like Noah Clifton was involved there in the 46. Caleb Rose in the 10. Jeff Leifler in the 7. May have just been slowed up by that. Oh, and Braden Perez just crashed into the pit wall. And you see Roberto Crown Jr. coming down in the 44 as well.
So, take a
He'll be
look at
done
the
for the
incident that
day
brought
here
out
at the
caution
Indianapolis
here in
Motor
lap number
Speedway as
5.
Oskin
Will Parrish
slows down
looking for the second spot, just pulls to
let
the
the pace car
inside of
catch
Brendan
him.
Hancock and Alex Mullen. And rule number 1 at
Big
Indy, you
crash
never go
on
3
lap
wide
5
here at
of
the Indy
40
cars
here in
because
the
there's
Independence
not enough room for
100.
everybody. Clips
An
the
early
64 and
caution.
the 32,
We'll see
and they go
how
hard
this will go for the rest of the
into the
race.
inside wall
Trey
off
Smith runs
into turn
second
number
right now.
4.
Ian
All
Hall's
3 of
behind
them
him in the
come right
13,
back
and
up the
Haken
track, take out
Richardson
Crown Jr.,
and
Clifton,
Daniel Boyles complete the top 5.
Roberto Crown Jr.
As
As
they
we
come
said,
off of turn number
you see
4
Brendan Hancock just flipped like a top and got caught on the catch fence
see
there
if
in the
we're gonna
64.
have cars pitting or not.
Scary accident
Looks
for the
like Oskin's
64.
going to
Yeah,
stay
he was
out,
very close to
and
getting over
the
it.
rest of the
And
leaders will
some other
follow
guys,
him.
yeah, you see Owen Miles, it looks like is involved.
And
Braden
I see
Perez
one guy coming
on the,
down,
on
two
the
guys.
wall
It's
there in the
Owen Miles and
24, but
Stephen
just
Collin
carnage
coming down the
unfolding
pit
here at the
lane.
Indianapolis Motor
But
Speedway.
otherwise,
We'll take a look
Oskin
at it
and the
in real
rest
time.
of the top 10 stays out. As a very big accident, it's going to eliminate quite a few cars here at Indianapolis. So we'll go back and see what happened to bring it out. Welcome back to the Independence 100 as we are here in lap 9 of 40, getting ready to restart. We've already got 7 guys out of the race. Caleb Rose, Will Parrish, Braden Perez, the 64, Brendan Hancock, Alex Mullen, Noah Clifton, and Roberto Crown Jr. all eliminated in the lap 5 crash that you saw was caused by Will Parrish going 3 wide, but that's going to eliminate quite a few guys early on in the race as the pace car pulls down pit road. Samet Oskin is leading as we come back to green here at Indianapolis.
Off to a chaotic start here in the Independence 100, but we are back green. It's going to be the 28 of Samet Oskin leading them off in the single file train, as we have a move for second place by the 13 of Ian Hall. He is not going to make it work through the dog leg, but he's going to get a huge run down the back stretch.
Yeah, they are gearbox to front wing there. Trey Smith and Ian Hall trying to get back to Samet Oskin in the lead. Here comes Håkan Riggerson in the 51 looking to catch up to these top 3 guys as well. And Daniel Voiles follows them. Move for 6th, Reggie Fogelman to the inside of Ryan Durrani. They'll race side by side off turn number 4 as you see towards the back. Stephen Cullen is coming back down the pit road, and Owen Miles is a little off pace. But Fogelman will successfully grab the 6th spot as we got to move for the lead. Trey Smith in the 33 goes by Samet Oskin, and Oskin gets freight trained to the back of the top 5 now as Hall is past him, Riggerson's past him, and here comes Daniel Voiles as well.
Now we have a 4-car tandem trying to form up here in the front. That's not going to last for. Oh, we have the wall hit for the hit to the wall for the 28 of Samet Oskin. He's going to recover, but it looks like he's going to lose another position. So if you have another move for the lead here, that's the 13 of Ian Hall. He's actually going to get the rightful lead if they don't go 3 wide. It looks like there's trying to be a move made there by, I believe that's Riggerson. But they're going to sort that out because Trey Smith's going to fall back to 4th place. He's going to fall into line. And it looks like Hall is about to get passed by Riggerson.
That's the way it goes here at Indy. You get in the lead and you're just as quickly back out of it. Here comes Håkan Riggerson in the 51. Daniel Voiles are in the inside with him. Here comes Trey Smith, Reggie Fogelman, 74, Colin Cropley running 6th. We got 8 cars in this little pack right now. Christian Russell, the pole sitter. Jeff Liefler trailing back in 9th and 10th, or in 10th and 11th, excuse me. And Owen Miles 12th, and then Stephen Collins a lap down in 13th. As we go back to the lead, Riggerson still has it over Ian Hall now. And here comes Reggie Fogelman looking for 3rd on Voiles. Voiles will keep the spot. And Colin Cropley moving to the top 5 now. Oh, Voiles missed the entrance to the corner. Here comes Fogelman for 3rd. And up front, here comes Ian Hall. He's got right on the gearbox of Riggerson. Pulls up to the to his left rear. Sorry about that. Into turn 1, Ian Hall takes the lead on lap number 14 of 40. Reggie Fogelman gets 3rd. Cropley, Trey Smith, they complete the top 5 as we run. And then in the back of this pack, you see Ryan Durrani, Brandon Nelson, Samet Oskin, who was leading on that restart just a few laps ago. And then Christian Russell, he's a second behind Oskin trying to catch up, and Liefler's about the same length behind him. And I think that's about 11 cars that it looks like they have a chance at this race win right now, the way we're running. Ian Hall leads lap number 14 of 40 here at Indianapolis.
Hall and Riggerson have been doing a lot of back and forth, and I believe this is both their first start in the DRL, or any DRL NRLA event, if I'm not mistaken. So that's definitely an interesting fact. Ian Hall leading out to number 12 of Reggie Fogelman, who looks like he wants his piece of leading. He's not going to get here in 3, but I think he can make a move down the front stretch as long as Riggerson is not going to pull into his inside. Both are very likely, and neither happened so far.
Yep, Hall retains the lead, 13 over 12. And here comes Fogelman now. He got slipstream down the front stretch. A close call there. Fogelman gets away with the lead here. He scampers off. Briggertson's right behind him. Here comes Colin Cropley, slowly advancing his way. Now he's in third. Trey Smith has been up in the top 5 pretty much this whole race. He's moving into 4th now. Ian Hall stops back into 5th just ahead of Boyles, and now Ryan Durrani, Samet Oskin, and Brandon Nelson gets in the wall. And yeah, Christian Russell's still just holding on with this group, but he's just not close enough to make a pass. Here is Colin Cropley making a pass though in 74, moving up to 2nd now from his from his 15th place starting spot. Came from a long way back, but Reggie Fogelman still continues to try and pull away from the rest of the top 10 here at Indy on lap 17 of 40.
Now we have a move for 2nd place. That's all back to the inside of the 74 Trey Smith. Sorry. That's Trey Smith's car. To the inside of the 74 of Colin Cropley. And, almost a 3 wide, but Smith's going to go back up to the outside behind Cropley. Now, Ragertson's going to make a move for 3rd place. Boyle's making a move for 5th place on that car of Ian Hall. And looks like we got a bit of 2 wide out. They're going to sort out. Ragertson's going to go up at 3rd. Cropley's going to retain 2nd place. And Fogelman will keep 1st place for another lap.
Yeah, and here comes Ryan Durrani, looking to start working his way into this group as well. 99 making some passes. He's got to 6th. Out of Ian Hall, here goes on Daniel Boyles for the 5th spot. As you see, we saw Fogelman pull away. He was almost a half second out in front as Cropley was busy fending off those guys looking for 2nd. Now Cropley's cut that gap in half this lap. And he's slowly but surely advancing his way, reeling in Fogelman. Ragerson doing the same thing in 3rd. Trey Smith, Daniel Boyles, Ian Hall, Samet Oskin, Ryan Durrani, Brandon Nelson. Top 9 here from Indy as we run on lap 19 of 40. Fogelman still, he's strung together quite a few nice laps now as Cropley continues to just creep up behind him as he's been doing all race. Cropley's been advancing his way slowly but surely, and there's only 1 spot to go before he's on top of the field.
Cropley getting real close on the front stretch. I think he's going to try and make a move on the back stretch, or this dog leg. Not going to be close enough this time. And still doesn't have the run. Wow. Fogelman is dominating up front. Ian Hall. No. Yes, that is Ian Hall. Almost being put 3 wide now. The 28th is going to be to his inside for the 6th position. Samet Oskin will not take that away. As now it looks like we have a move for the 4th position. Daniel Boyles to the inside of Trey Smith.
Boyles takes the 4th spot away from Trey Smith. They're spread out quite a bit now through the top 10. Durrani's going to look for the 2nd spot in Samet Oskin, who still hasn't found his way back into the top 5 since that restart. But it's Cropley and Fogelman still tandeming up front. We're halfway through the Independence 100. Lap 21 of 40, coming to 22 this time by. And the leaders, just keep an eye out on the leaders pitting in the next 5 laps or so. That we'll get to that when we get there. But now it's Fogelman and Cropley just continuing to pull away from the rest of this group. Durrani looking for another spot, looking for 6th on Ian Hall here. And he gets it. Brandon Nelson trying to get past Samet Oskin for the 8th spot. And they're going to pull side by side onto the back straightaway. Each one getting a tow from Ian Hall, who's in front of them. And Samet Oskin will run back in front of Nelson as they come off of turn number 2. And it looks like Cropley's fallen back a little bit from Fogelman, but they're coming down pit road, so we'll see how this plays out. Riggerson stays out from the 3rd spot. So as well as Durrani and Hall, the other 6 guys that were in this lead group have come down the pit lane. We'll watch and see what Fogelman does here. 55 miles an hour, the pit road speed, which is agonizingly slow when you're going 215 miles an hour around the track. 2 tires go up and they're replaced on the 12. And it looks like it's going to be all 4 tires and fuel for these leaders. Fogelman The farthest pit stall back, because he's had the farthest back starting spot, but he gets off without any issue on the pit lane. There's Trey Smith pulling off. Daniel Voiles as well, and there's passing some more cars, but it looks like Cropley's going to hop out just behind the 12. They're going to be side by side off the pit lane, but Fogelman has the advantage as they get back onto the access road. He has the lead as it stands right now. Here comes Hakan Rigertson down the pit lane, the 51. He'll also take 4 tires, as the rest of the leaders did. Durrani and Hall pitted with him, which is exactly what you need to do. And Stephen Collin goes around him, getting his lap back in the 22 as he's pitted twice already. But Rigertson comes off the pit lane. Ian Hall's a little ways behind him, and Durrani's still getting those left side tires on as Rigertson continues to slowly crawl down the pit road. He'll beat them off, but we'll have to see if Fogelman and Cropley can catch them in the rest of this group. I think they will. Here comes the 12 into turn 1 as Rigertson comes on the access road out of turn 1 through turn 2. Fogelman's easily going to beat him off here, and the 12 will retain the lead. Lap 24 of 40 in the Independence 100. Cropley gets by for second. Rigertson looks like he'll slot in for third if Voiles can't get there by 3. Side by side in turn 3, Daniel Voiles is going to whip around the outside in the 70. And it's going to work for him. He'll take the 3rd spot. A little bit of position gained, and it looks like the undercut is what is going to work better here at Indianapolis. Now the question is, will the leaders make it back on this stop or not? I believe they should be able to, but they may not be able to. Back to the inside for 3rd, Hakan Rigertson. He gets his position back right away.
This enters phase 2 of the Independence 100. We had pack racing, and now we have spread out racing after the pit stops. So we'll have to see if Fogelman will be able to retain the lead, or if the field will condense back together and challenge him once more. Rigertson is going to hold on to, I think he's up to 3rd place. And we have moved to the inside by Trey Smith on Daniel Voiles, now 4th place, as we enter lap 26 of 40.
And these top 5 have really pulled away from the other 4 as we come out as of a man, I'm slipping over my words. As we come off this pit cycle, Brandon Nelson, Ryan Durrani battling for 6th doesn't help. Ian Hall's getting the double toe in 8th, and then Samet Oskin has fallen quite a ways back from these 3 as well. And he's closer to Christian Russell than to this group of 3, Durrani, Nelson, and Hall. And those 3 are about another 2.5 seconds behind Trey Smith, Daniel Voiles, Hakan Rigertson, who are a second behind the leaders, which of Reggie Fogelman and Colin Cropley. Cropley's caught up to Fogelman, but hasn't made a move. Still hasn't made a move all race as they catch the lapper of Owen Miles here. They'll both get around him on the back straightaway. I believe so. Fogelman slips up into turn 3. Cropley keeps low, and he's going to try and get to the inside. Couldn't get there in turn 3. Off of turn number 4, Fogelman keeps the space open. They're side by side as we come onto the front stretch to complete lap 27 of 40. And this is no doubt helping Hakan Rigertson catch up in 3rd. He gets around Miles without incident. And into the lead into turn 1, Colin Cropley to the lead for the first time today with only 13 laps to go. The 74 to the point.
So, if I'm not mistaken, Cropley and Fogelman both ran earlier today. I think they finally figured out this Indy car, and they've already mastered the track. So, I think it's just going to be these 2 battling it out. But now we have, I did not see him before, this group caught up. Rigertson is now pulling up to the back bumper, to the gearbox of Fogelman. Looks like he's going to try to make a move, but he is too far back. He is not going to make that happen. Voiles and Smith still battle out back for 4th place. Smith's going to make the move happen. And where is the rest of the field? 6th and back are a long ways off this leading group. Not as much as we thought originally, but Cropley retains the lead into 3. And, Rigertson almost made a move there. He is really on that gearbox. He is going to try again into 4. He's on his inside. Will he stick it on the front stretch? I believe he will. This will be a pass into 1. Cropley's loving this. He's going to keep pulling away. Actually, no. Rigertson's not going to make that move happen. Impressive what the draft can do here at Indy.
Yeah, remember Rigertson had that double toe in the front straightaway as the leaders were lapping Owen Miles, as well as a lap pressure tires, which can make a difference here, believe it or not. These guys are going so fast, the tires wear so fast. But Cropley continues to lead. Hakan Rigertson is probably the fastest car on the track right now, but he just can't get past Reggie Fogelman, the moving roadblock here, right in front of him for second to try and get a shot at the lead, and it's a 5-dog race now. Trey Smith and Daniel Voiles are starting to catch back up with the top 3, and they were originally with Rigertson in the first place. Voiles is on the same tires that Rigertson is, but Trey Smith pitted with the top 2 as Rigertson tries to make another move off of turn number 2 now. He pulls to the inside of Reggie Fogelman, but I still don't think he's got it done because Fogelman's just gets such a tow from Cropley down the straights. And that is the case once again. Fogelman keeps second place, but Rigertson is not giving up. A determined driver of the 51 here, back to the inside, and this time he is pulled, even with the 12. As we come off of turn number 4, 9 laps to go in the Independence 100. Hakan Rigertson gonna keep to the inside of Reggie Fogelman into turn number 1, and the 51 takes the second spot. Now Colin Cropley is the only one in front of him, and he's got fresher tires. Here comes Trey Smith for the 3rd spot now. Once you start falling positions here, you do not stop. But Reggie Fogelman gets the toe off the outside on the straightaway, and he'll keep ahead of Trey Smith for now.
So, I think Logan mentioned this earlier, but Rigertson did pit 1 lap later than the leaders. And in this race where we still don't know, okay, and it's like Colin went down the pit lane. Anyways, so in this race we don't know if we're going to have to pit again for fuel. I think maybe this 1 lap could potentially be the difference between race win and a huge loss here in the Independence 100. Also, 1 lap pressure tires don't have to make that much of a difference, but potentially as Rigertson is getting more draft on the back straightaway, and it looks like he might make a move here on the front stretch if he is close enough through 4. No, but his move is going to be coming in the very, very soon laps, as Cropley will lead us into lap 34 of 40 in the Independence 100.
7 to go here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Colin Cropley and Hakan Rigertson fighting it out. Here comes Rigertson through the short chute to the inside, and turn number 2 in the 51 is going to be side by side in a drag race with the 74 as they come on to the back straightaway for the 7th to last time. 7 laps to go. Rigertson clears him into turn 3. Hakan Rigertson to the lead in the 51. Here comes Fogelman trying to catch back up. Trey Smith and Daniel Voiles has just been sitting back. He's been like 10 car lengths behind the top 4 for most of this run now, as they will catch Stephen Collin again in the 22 if his pace stays how it has been. But that's not the worry for Cropley right now. He's trying to get right back to the lead where he was. He wants to win this Independence 100. All the bragging rights, no points or anything. This is in a series. It's a one-time event, and you gotta win it if you want those bragging rights. Because just saying you finished second isn't good enough. Colin Cropley sure thinks so as well. He's trying to make that move, just like we saw Rigertson, and just like we saw him do on Fogelman, and just like Rigertson did to him, but still can't pull it off. Only 5 laps to go, 12.5 miles here in the Independence 100.
Or you can see the lapper of Colin just in front of the leaders, Rigertson and Cropley right now battling it out. Just these two right now in the final 5 laps. Doesn't look like Colin's going to be any bit of an issue. These two are going to go straight to the inside. Oh, contact! He is going to save it.
Rigertson and Collins save it, but that's going to slow them both down massively. Cropley's going to get the double toe on the front straightaway here. A little bit of drama coming to 4 to go. And here comes Cropley. He's going to send it into turn number 1 if he dares. The 74 goes in and takes that spot away. Back to the lead, Colin Cropley. Here comes Reggie Fogelman in the 12. He caught right up as soon as they made contact with Colin the lapper. And now Stephen Collins blocking Trey Smith here. He'll get out of the way to allow the 33 a chance to catch up to these top 3. Cropley leads. Comes Fogelman for second now, around Håkan Riggertsen. He's going to try and pull under the 74. It's not going to work. They'll file back into one line. Off of turn number 4 here is Riggertsen. Tries to get back to second. He's desperate now, coming to 3 laps to go. But he can't make the move. Fogelman's strap is too strong in the wake of Colin Cropley. But Riggertsen still not giving up. We've seen this so many times. The 51 has just been able to get right back on that inside to the second spot for Håkan Riggertsen as Trey Smith goes right behind him.
And you're telling me this is his first DRL race. Man is a IndyCar ace. He's made that amazing save. I don't think any other driver in the field would have made that save. Now Riggertsen clears for second place. He's going to have to draft off of Cropley, leading us into 2 laps to go. 5 miles here at the Yard of Bricks.
And 2 laps to go in the Independence 100. As Cropley continues to lead, we've seen it takes a couple laps to set up a pass here. You're going to have to do it quick if you want to win this race. Here comes Riggertsen now. Trey Smith is following him in the 33, just like we saw him do when they passed Fogelman. Riggertsen's going to draw even with Cropley down the back straightaway. In turn number 3, he's going to clear him. Håkan Riggertsen back to the point. As we come to the white flag, here at Indianapolis, Trey Smith trying to set himself up for the victory here. He goes by for second as Cropley sees his win hopes just vanishing right in front of him. Here comes Fogelman for third as well, but Riggertsen leads at the white flag.
He has a sizable gap right now into turn number 1. The Swede trying to get it done in his first ever DRL NRLA race in the Independence 100. Down the backstretch, uncontested by Fogelman. Does he have enough draft to make a move Trey Smith, sorry. Will he have enough draft into 4? I don't think he will. It's going to be the Swede of... my mind just blanked on his name. Wow.
Riggertsen going to take the checkered flag here in the Independence 100.
Wow, that was a brain fart. Riggertsen takes the win. And the Swede winning on American Independence Day. And, wow, that was incredible race. I'm just going to forget that. I forgot that at the end. Trey Smith finishes in second place. Third place, Reggie Fogelman. Fourth place, Colin Cropley. And fifth will be Daniel Voyles.
Yeah, certainly an action-packed and a fast-paced race. We had one early caution. It eliminated 7 drivers, and it was just game on from there. Håkan Riggertsen gonna bring it home here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, spoiling American Independence Day, as you said, with a bit of Swedish flavor. In his first ever DRL start in style, he goes out a winner of the Independence 100, the inaugural winner here, and what a race it was from not just him, the rest of the top 5, as we said, Trey Smith, Reggie Fogelman, Colin Cropley, they all put up a great fight at the end, and it certainly made for some entertaining racing for sure. The rest of the finishing order, Daniel Voyles, Ryan Durrani, Ian Hall, Brandon Nelson, Christian Russell, who started on the pole, and Samet Oskin, that's your top 10, as it looks like Russell and Oskin were side by side across the finish line there. Jeff Leafler comes home 11th. Owen Miles, Stephen Collin, they'll finish 1 lap down and 2 laps down respectively, and both of them, when they got lapped, had a big impact in how this race played out, as we saw. And then the 7 drivers eliminated after that lap 5 crash. Roberto Crown Jr., Noah Clifton, Alex Mullen, Brendan Hancock, Braden Perez, Will Parrish, and Caleb Rose completes our finishing order here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
As mentioned by Logan, we started off this race with chaos, a huge wreck on lap number 5. Then we had a bit of, more chillness. Pit stops came and went. Fogelman was leading, along with Cropley. They were duking it out. Riggertsen came back, and he eventually got that job done here. Almost a scare in the final closing laps, where he touched Stephen Collin while lapping him. And I assure you that Riggertsen will be a name that I will never forget again. Riggertsen, you're a winner here at Indianapolis in the Independence 100.
So that will do it from Andrew and I here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Happy Independence Day, everyone who celebrates it, which I hope everyone